My election is in just 3 days, and AIPAC and dark money groups are panicking. That's because not only are we statistically tied for first place and the only leading candidate to keep growing, but we're doing it without any outside PAC spending. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. So as those folks are focused on dirty tricks, we're going to be focusing on what really matters: being in the streets and meeting voters. And we need your help to do it. And you don't even have to be local, you can do it from anywhere. For those in Illinois, you can help us knock doors. We've got canvases all day in all areas of the district. Today our launches are in Algonquin, Morton Grove, Skokie, Evanston, and Andersonville. At 11:30, I'll be knocking doors with the Sunrise Movement and Jamal Bowman in Andersonville. And at 1, Jamal and I are going to go up to Evanston. So join us there. If you're not local, don't worry. You can help us phone bank from 2 p.m.
Yes, I know about the Abu-Ghazaleh short. Thank you.
Anywhere in the world, and it does help. You can find information both about our canvases and our phone bank shifts at catforillinois.com/events.
Join up
We're
with
keeping
PV.
the Abu momentum strong all the way through Tuesday, knocking doors from the morning until 7 p.m. on Election Day, right when the polls close. You can find information for all of this at catforillinois.com/events, and I'll see you on the campaign trail. And if I don't, I'll see you tomorrow for the daily update.
What made you realize how to pronounce her name? Chat bullied me. Also this bit.
So a lot of people struggle to pronounce my last name. But Wrigley here, how old are you?
7.
And can you tell the people how to say my last name?
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard, guys.
Literally not even that hard.
All right. 6'7". Piece of shit.
Just like it is for you when the polling starts coming out and is showing you head to head.
Yeah.
I mean, Kat, you see, everybody's like, oh my God, she's that close. Let's go. And, you know, and then when I saw like what they were doing, I mean, just the manipulation and the gaslighting and trying to pull from your base, it was like I had to do it. And, you know, folks like the Justice Coalition, Sherry, all the advocates that really believe in you, you know, they stayed on me and they were like, Rashida, we got to do this.
Sherry is a fucking bulldog. She is awesome.
As much. Well, I hope people understand the importance of.
AOC, again, Bernie.
It's not about our ethnicity.
Ilhan Omar endorsed her today as well.
But also us being on the outside looking in and feeling completely invisible to our own government. And we need to get people there just complete, like their lens is completely not wavering. Like they just see it and they know that's the problem. And no matter who's donating to them or anything like that, they're just not going to sell out their people. So.
Man. Or Bernie and AOC on this. They're fucking dead, dog. They're dead.
I am a Jewish American who has family who are nearly killed in the sea. And how can you take millions from AIPAC? Millions of
Laura Fine has taken like $50 trillion from AIPAC. Very, very, very compromised candidate. This is crazy, man. Like, incredibly compromised. You can tell from the evil image they've used. See? Very evil. Insane number for a House race. No kidding, yeah. And just a state senator beforehand. Like, how the fuck... Where did you even find time to accumulate this much goddamn AIPAC money, man? Previous representative, the Illinois House of Representatives, candidacy for Illinois' 9th Congressional District, 2025, seeking to replace Representative Jan Schakowsky, 2026, Jewish household, Daniel Biss, also a candidate, right? Yeah? Yeah, Daniel Biss, just making sure there's not another Biss there. Abu-Ghazaleh leading in fundraising with $2.7 million raised, while Biss and Fine trail her with just under $2 million each. Fine said she would not seek AIPAC's endorsement, though individual AIPAC donors have contributed to her campaign. AIPAC board president Michael Tukin hosted a fundraiser on her behalf. Dog, seriously? Not just like regular AIPAC donor contributions, but the president of the board of AIPAC hosted a fundraiser on your behalf. And a newly formed super PAC associated with AIPAC, the Elect Chicago Women, has spent over $1 million in ads supporting her campaign. A few weeks before the March 17th primary, Biss and Fine began trading accusations over campaign finance misconduct. Both campaigns announced the surrogates filed complaints against the other with the FEC. Sheesh. Political positions. Israel. Wow. Jewish Insider described her policy platform as being strongly pro-Israel. In a position paper obtained by the news outlet, Fine said Israel is more than just a strategic ally. It is a beacon of democracy in one of the world's most volatile regions. She said she fully supports the current portfolio of U.S. security assistance to Israel, including the $3.8 billion annual commitment, which includes critical funding for weapon systems. She added she does not support additional conditions on aid to Israel, militarily or otherwise, said that Israel has not committed genocide in Gaza, but has committed unacceptable collective punishment, said she supports a two-state solution. Hands for peace. Yeah. Didn't ask, didn't read, vote for Abu-Ghazaleh. Look at this. In the position paper obtained by Jewish Insider, which was written before the start of the 2026 Iran war, Fine said she supported military action, and the stakes are too high to tolerate halfway measures. After the strikes began, Fine released a statement that Trump needed to be reined in and impeached. What a fucking snake. They're all like this, dude. What a fucking snake. Privately, they're like, yeah, we have to bomb Iran. But then as soon as Trump takes the flak for it, they're like, I would never, ever engage in this conduct. He needs to be impeached for this. You know, now that he's actually done it. Biss is relatively better in Israel, and he's still terrible at it. Collaborators, yeah. This is why I say you can't trust the Democratic Party moving forward either, you know? Until stuff like this is rooted out, how the fuck can you trust them? They like the fact that the Democratic Party can't even decide whether or not they're angry at Trump for launching this war is fucking insane. It's like actually insane. What all these evil shits have in common, regardless of the parties, they all take AIPAC money. Yeah, but even if they didn't take AIPAC money, they'd still take J Street money. All this money across four campaigns. Yeah, AIPAC is having to spend more now because they're aware that there's a risk of like a Democratic Tea Party. J Street, moderate liberal Zionist pack. What's wrong with J Street? They're Zionist. Liberal Zionism is an oxymoron. They just want a nicer version of what's happening over there. But there is no nice version. Zionism is ethno-nationalism, and it is forever war. Wasn't AIPAC partly responsible for the Tea Party? I'm not sure. Maybe. I've never looked into it. There were big donors along with the Koch brothers for the Tea Party? Oh, well, there you go. Super cool. Does Democratic Tea Party mean the left taking over Democrats like the far right took over Republicans? That's the idea, yeah. Or like the hope. The SEC is preparing a proposal to eliminate the quarterly earnings report requirement and instead give companies the option to share results twice a year. Insane. And I'd be surprised if it happened. Me when things are going well. SEC prepares proposal to eliminate quarterly report. The problem with this is that, like, the only world in which this would work would be one where the decision-making companies weren't vehicles for speculative investment. But why the fuck would anyone speculate on or invest in a company that isn't filing quarterly reports, you know? Like, this might be viable in some world where companies, produce goods and services, but that's not the world we live in. What does J Street want to do? Gentrify Palestinians out of Gaza? The answers you get from J Street affiliated people are incoherent, and the only reason they say what they say is because they know they're not in power. If AIPAC was removed and J Street was the only representative for Zionist interests in America, they would turn into AIPAC. There is no version of Israel today that is not Hitlerite. Like, the J Street will performatively condemn it because there's no chance of those condemnations ever actually changing the behavior of Israel. Yeah, it's very we disagree with Netanyahu, but they won't engage with the fact that the civilian population and the opposition to Netanyahu both also want mass killing.